Okay, so we are going to finish example 6. And for example 6, we were talking about how they told you that radium is a radioactive element that decays over time. The initial sample has a mass of 500 milligrams. The mass of radium-226 that is remaining from the initial sample after 2 years is given by this equation. So this is given to you, 500, and this is multiplied by 2 to the power of negative t over 1600. So to the nearest milligram, what you need to do is figure out how much radium-226 would be left over after 800 years. So since that's what we want to find, I'm going to highlight that. So to the nearest milligram, how much is left after 800 years? All right, so let's start with what they gave us. So how much will be left after 800 years? So this means our time is going to be 800 years. The equation that they gave you, it says the mass that's remaining is given by this equation. So the mass remaining is going to be equal to 500, and then this is multiplied by 2 to the power of negative t divided by 1600. Okay, so if we know what our t value is, we can go ahead and just substitute that into the equation. So our t, we already said, is 800 years. So this will be 2 to the power of negative 800 over 1600, which, do you guys recognize what the relationship is there? 800 is half of negative 1600, so this is like half of negative 1 over 2, which we talked about today. If you have a negative exponent, to make it positive, you can just put it over 1, and then this would be 2 to the positive 1/2. So then once you have 2 to the 1/2, remember that the bottom is going to be the root. So this is just like 1 over the square root of 2. And it's nice to be able to reduce all of that right away, because now all you have to do is multiply straight across. So 500 over root 2, and that's going to be a lot easier to do on your calculator. So this is going to be 353.6. Now it says to round to the nearest milligram, so we're going to round that up to 354 milligrams. Okay, now you can put this in your calculator, but when you enter that in, it's going to be 500 times 2 to the power of, and then you'd have negative 800 divided by 1600, and you could still get the same answer that way. All right, that is it for 5.6.